869-4564. Sitting in the studio with me is someone we can't do without, a volunteer. We talked about volunteers last night, Charlene. Were you with us?
No, not last night.
So
this morning.
You're on board with us today.
All day today.
Tonight. Charlene Rogen. I want to say that correctly. How long have you been a volunteer here?
Oh, about 3 months so far. I've gone out on a lot of shoots. I completed the workshop, it's been about 2 months ago, and been volunteering ever since.
Now, what inspired you to become involved as a volunteer with Access Houston?
Well, I had done a lot of my own shows with VHS camcorder, and I thought it was fun. I'd made some home videos, things like that, so I decided to try Access and see what it was like.
Now, just a minute. You said you had made some of your own shows, and tell me about that. That's kind of awesome to think about.
Every time there would be a family vacation to New York, I would make them follow each other around. I didn't always go on them, but I would follow them, or the family would walk around with the camcorder. They'd get it back, and I'd do all the editing and put music behind it. Or
what was your background? What kind of experience did you have?
None whatsoever. I have a computer background, so I have a little bit of a mechanical knowledge, but I just played around till I got it to work, and played around with 2 VCRs and a camcorder, and did some editing, and decided to get involved with Access then.
So the day you decided to become involved with Access, kind of tell me what you did. Did you just pick up the phone and call the number?
Well, yeah, I did, and they had an orientation program. I'm not sure if they still do that. It was about 6 months ago.
I wonder if they do. Do any of you all know? Do they still have
an
that?
Orientation program?
Hey guys, it's still on the Do we? No.
Oh, well then, I guess now you would just pick up the phone. I went to an orientation program to see what it was about and exactly, what Access Houston was. But just pick up the phone and call them and enroll in the workshop. I mean, I would definitely suggest it to anybody.
And tell them how much you get paid to do this.
None. Actually, $2 an hour in gold bucks, which go towards your production. So you do make $2 an hour.
Yeah, but what's nice about it is that what you get back as far as rewards. I imagine you feel like you really have contributed to some very professional programs.
Well, yeah, and it's like you're working with a team. It's a lot of fun. You get to know other people and interact with them, and you kind of form a team and work together.
So how many hours do you think you work a week?
Here or
volunteer.
Altogether?
No,
volunteer? It varies. I work 8 to 5, so I don't get a chance to volunteer as much, but I'm here Saturday and Sunday whenever I can. I would say probably 15 to 20.
Don't you think a lot of people think about volunteering and want to get involved, but they always figure they don't have enough experience, or maybe they don't have enough time to devote? What do you feel about that?
Oh, that could be it too. I don't know. I think you just have to make the time if you want to do it. Just make the time and do it. My biggest fear was, God, well, I won't know anybody. But everybody was so nice and great. The directors are really friendly. Everybody that's a volunteer is real friendly, and they just make you feel right at home.
I love it when people say.
Except for when they put you on camera.
You didn't know you were going to be here.
No, I
didn't.
Camera, did you? No. And I wasn't real happy about it.
How did they talk you into it?
They didn't. They just pulled me in here.
Well, I turned around, and all of a sudden you were sitting there, and someone said, "This is the next interviewed."
Yeah, and here I am.
I said, "Oh, is she with the Art Institute? What does she do?" They said, "Oh, she's here to take your place." And I said, "Oh, great."
No, I couldn't do that.
No, I think you do well. You operate the cameras?
Yes, I do.
Have you tried your hand at directing?
Well, I'm doing my own show. It's going to be a show on music.
Go on and plug it. Let's go on and plug the show.
Metallurgy. Don't miss it. Right on the Public Access channel.
What's it called?
It's going to be called Metallurgy, and it's it's a show about the Houston rock bands, and it's going to be like more metal bands, not real heavy metal, but kind of an easier. There's various degrees of metal music that we could get into, and it's hard to explain. Aerosmith, if anybody out there knows metal rock music.
Well, now, I'm a child of the 50s, and so I'm just used to guitar players and drummers and just the basics. What is a metal sound? I mean, when you talk about a metal...
I have a real hard time with that because there's varying degrees, like I said. There's...
yeah, educate me a little bit.
Well, I mean, you have what's called, I call thrash music. It's... Everybody's laughing at me, I know. It's real heavy, and there's a lot of drums, and I think that's an acquired taste, which I haven't acquired yet. So that's a little bit heavier.
What did we just leave? The program that we just saw, what would you call that? Is that not a lot of
No, that's no. Metal would be metal would be like a rock music. I think more metal is like a.
Is heavy metal when I want to turn the volume down?
Yes, yeah, definitely. My parents won't watch my show. I can guarantee you that.
You think so? Now, when you say it's your show, have you gone out and taped various heavy metal music around in Houston?
Well, I have been. I'm going to be featuring different bands each time, and I've been filming them live, and I want to do interviews with each of the band members. It should be pretty good.
And so you're directing it, as well as hosting?
Actually directing, filming, anything else that needs done. I get people to help me that I know, or other volunteers from Access. You know, we kind of work together to produce our own shows.
If someone had an idea and they said, we'd really like to see this and be involved in it for Access Houston, how would they go about presenting it? Is there a board that you present this to?
No, they would need to take the workshop. If they wanted it on the Public Access channel, they would have to go and take the workshop, be certified to use the equipment, and then just tell them they want to produce a show at whatever length. And Access Houston gives you, I say gives you money, it's play money, it's grant money. They give you so much per minute for your production. And you have to work within those lines by renting the equipment, you know, from Access, and work within a certain boundary there.
Play money, I like that.
Yeah, well, that's what I call it. It's play money, it's grant money. Somebody else could probably explain to you how that works a lot better than I could.
Well, I think Vince is going to come in a moment. Vince Hamilton is with Access Houston. He's Director of Sales and Marketing, I believe. And I said, what do you sell since we don't have commercials? And he said, I'm going to tell you all about it. So in a minute, he's going to step in.
Okay.
How did you feel when you heard that we were going to have a pledge week?
Oh, I was ready to come pledge and donate my time and efforts and everything. I think it's a really good idea, and I think people should really get involved in the Public Access channel.
I've been in pledge drives and this type of thing a lot of my life, and in fact was involved in the first telethon that we had in Arkansas for public broadcasting, and a lot of people would call on the phone and say, I don't want any interruptions in my programs, I just want to sit back here. Well, what we had to explain was that if things don't change and if we're not able to raise the money, then there's going to be a long interruption. It's going to be like we'll go to black forever. You won't have to worry. It's one big interruption. And it's only because you can only do so much, as you well know, on a very small budget. And since we're not receiving any money from the government, and this is not operated on taxpayers' dollars. I know someone called in and said, well, our tax dollars are going to, and I said, no, not that either. It's interesting. It's a fund, as I understand it, that the cable companies pay. We're operating on that, and several grants and foundations. And other than that, we are for the first time asking our audience to get involved. And for a very small amount. You know, if someone wanted to say, I will pledge you 50 cents a week or 50 cents a month, you think we would turn that down? No way. It's like, that shows that you're committed to what we're doing. And I think it's very much like, you know, someone that says it's all I have to give. Great. That's what we want. We want one of those people that says we're committed to give. It's not much, but it's enough. What about you? You probably have neighbors or family members that you would like to explain, kind of do a personal pitch. Why don't you try your hand at it right now? You've probably never done this.
No, I haven't.
Let's try it. Let's see. Let's put her on that camera right here. Otherwise, you'll have to turn all the way around. Try that. That might be fun.
Well, I think that everyone should come out and pledge today. The Public Access channel is for you. It's a channel where you can see things that you wouldn't normally see on other channels. It's your channel. You need to support it.
And the number?
I can't see it. Thank you.
869.
869-4564.
Yeah. We're going to put it to music because I think sometimes if you sing a few little numbers like that, they stick with you more. It's kind of like M-I-C-K-E-Y. I remember for a long time, anyone could spell Mickey because of that. And I hear someone, Vince is probably considering coming over here, don't you think?